Atheists are monsters, huh? Well, that's funny because I don't believe in monsters either. Alrighty. I am now going to begin by dissecting every argument you've made. I'm going to begin by breaking them down and humiliating you publicly. You've made several claims in this video, which I find to be rather entertaining. Let's, I guess we'll work backwards through your video, but we'll start with the bold assumption you've made that you are my worst enemy. Let me tell you something, Pop-Tart. The list of people who want me dead is a mile long. I have a metric shitload of enemies, and if you'd want, I can gladly add your name to that list, but they're all fighting to be my worst, so take a number. Let's work backwards through the rest of your film now. You made a rather cavalier statement calling the theories of evolution, abiogenesis, and Big Bang, and I don't know why nobody's ever heard of the Big Crunch theory, but whatever. But all four of those theories are supported by evidence. They aren't proven to the point where they can be considered a law, but they all have some sort of logical argument behind them, as well as evidence that supports them. Creationism is a myth, not the other way around. Okay, next item up for bids. Not all atheists are homosexual, and so what if they are? Next, you asked a question about cutting the world in half at the equator and smashing it down, and I have no fucking clue what you were getting at with that one. And suppose you were right, and Jerusalem should happen to be dead center of the world. That doesn't prove a goddamn thing. Now we have a trickier one. You posed the question, how can there be creation with no creator? Well, it's simple, really. Proponents of the Big Bang, Big Crunch theory, I've already explained this once, but I'll explain it again. Everything in the universe has gravity. The Earth has gravity, the Moon has gravity, the Sun has gravity, I have gravity, my chair has gravity, my dog has gravity, whatever. Everything's got gravity. That means everything is pulling itself, well, will be pulling itself closer to each other after the initial momentum from the creation of the universe stops. That the Big Crunch theory can be disproven. It relies on the amount of matter in the universe, but I don't think it will be. It logically makes sense to me that the universe will end in a big collapse, much the same way it begins with a Big Bang, okay? Here's a fact. Yesterday, the universe was smaller and hotter than it was today. Here's another fact. Tomorrow, the universe will be bigger and cooler than it was today. So if we work our way all the way back to the beginning of the universe, okay, it was very, very small and very, very hot. Those two facts support the Big Bang theory. The only thing that supports the creation myth is, well, the Bible says so. Let's move back to the second to last thing I have to say here is that I deny the Christian God Jehovah. I don't just deny him. I also deny Yahweh, Allah, and Zeus, and flying spaghetti monsters, and rainbow robot unicorns. And here's the last thing I have to say. You mentioned that atheists worship themselves. I don't. I don't worship anything. Well, yes, I do worship one thing. Shit tickets. Okay? Because without them, the only thing I'd have to wipe my ass with is... Nice song, by the way. Jackass. I've been Aldous Valor, the judgmental asshole.